Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Monday it's so not Monday afternoon, it's Wednesday afternoon. It's getting quite late actually, it's sort of 6 o'clock I think. Or is it 6 o'clock? Yeah, I think so, somewhere around there. Anyway, I wanted to come on today because Suzanne, I saw a video of hers just earlier today where she has started a dungaree week, and I thought, oh, I really want to take part in that. I love babies in dungarees. So I chose this one to be the first one, excuse me. Of course, my throat has to go stupid while I'm just started to talk. So I thought I would choose this one to be the first cab off the rank. So please, everybody, join in with Suzanne's dungaree week. She's having it's going to be a hard week for her, and so it'd be fun if we all did some dungaree videos and she could watch them and enjoy them. So can you see that? No, you can't see her hand if I put it there. So yeah, let's all join in with dungaree week. So this is my first contribution. Well, this is one of my most favorite sets. I may have even shown it to you on this beautiful baby. This is my bridie, who's the Laura Sculpt by Bonnie Brown, and yeah, she's my sweetheart. So she got to be first baby to be shown in dungarees. But I think tomorrow I'm sort of planning to have Lottie on, my Marianne Sculpt by Natalie Blick, which will be fun. It's fun for me to dress different babies. Now this little girl has got wild hair today. Let's see if we can tuck that in. There we go, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? It was a bit wild and woolly from you wriggling around, little one, hey? Why were you wriggling around? You should be so comfy and cozy just there. So let me just tell you about this dungaree set before I get too distracted. It is by Petit Bateau. I think you can see that on the sleeve. It's a two-piece set. This is a little bodysuit with a ruffle collar. It's part of the set. And then these dungarees that go over the top are actually lined with a lovely jersey fabric. Can you see that? I've had to turn back the cuffs because the legs are a bit long on her. If she would straighten her legs, they'd probably be the right length, but she refuses to straighten her legs because she's a new baby and she likes to keep curled up. So yeah, and it's the dungarees over the top is white cotton fabric. There's tiny weeny little white dots that you almost can't see. I don't know if you'd be able to see them. And then in between there's this lovely sort of semi-floral pattern that's got a bit of gold glitter in the centre of each kind of flower bit. And that's kind of in a brown and then with the gold. So that's what she's wearing, and it's a 0 to 3 month size, which is why the legs are a bit long. But I thought she would be nice and comfy in these. So yeah, this is our first contribution to Dungaree Week, and I hope that you will all join in because dungarees are lots of fun, aren't they? They're great for girls and boys, and there's so many different styles that you can have, like denim or like these ones, which would be like a dressy pair if you were taking your baby somewhere special to show her off or him off. I think this would be something you could put on your baby if it was a bit cool outside. So yeah, dungarees is a great idea. Lots of different options. I think tomorrow I might have a look through my denim clothes because I think I have some lovely dungarees. I'll pick a really cute pair and put them on Lottie. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't really have much news except to thank you so much. Oh my goodness, from my heart to you guys for your lovely comments about that video. I did not explain very well what had happened to me because I got all, would you say emotional? Or yeah, I think I got a bit too emotional to describe properly what had happened. But you were all so kind. I didn't even imagine that you would have that reaction. I didn't really think about it. I just wanted to share that story with you. And you were so kind. So thank you very much. It was a medical accident, and it happened when too much adrenaline was injected quickly. And that caused my brain hemorrhage, which luckily didn't cause a stroke on the spot, so it could have been avoided if I would have been hospitalised and my blood pressure just monitored. I didn't need to have had the stroke. So it was kind of a double whammy like having a brain hemorrhage on the table and then being allowed to go home. And I didn't have the stroke until a day and a half later. And of course then it was catastrophic because there'd been so much bleeding in my brain. So I had to have a craniotomy. But yeah, that's my story. And that's the bit that kind of somehow, I don't know, missed out or didn't want to say, or I don't know how come I got so, you know, in a muddle with what I was telling you. But that's really what happened. And yeah, it was a long, long road to recovery. But determination and stubbornness got me as far as I did. Oh my goodness, yeah, you have to be stubborn in this world in some time, you know, some ways. You just have to do the absolute utmost. I never achieved what I thought I would because I cannot undo the damage that was done to my brain. But all I can do is the best with what I've been given, or what I've ended up with, let's put it that way. You know, before I had the stroke, I was a young, active mum, studying and working part-time and looking after my kids, and you know, I was having a great time. I was really loving doing the nursing course. I couldn't believe my luck that I was doing it. It was really the first time I'd done anything for myself in 8 years since my husband had died, because of course my whole focus has always been the children. Basically it still is, even though they're grown up and they're not children anymore. But you know what it's like if you've got children, and if you don't, you can imagine what it's like. So yeah, it was really, I was on cloud 9 doing that nursing course. I thought, this is what I've always wanted to do, and now I'm doing it. And oh my goodness, anyway, that ended very abruptly. Although the wonderful university said that I could go and still keep studying, but of course it's just not possible. Not possible when only half your body's working. I could never have actually been a nurse. I don't know what I could have been, something in the nursing field maybe, but it felt like too much of a compromise. And when I went back to visit my friends who were doing the course, it nearly broke my heart, because they had their uniforms on. They had been doing prac, and they had uniforms on, and they had their, oh, look at that. That fly came in from somewhere today. I don't know where. He snuck in, and he's like the first blowfly of the season. It's a horrible thing to have in your house, but I'll deal with him after I finish talking to you. And they had the little scissors in their pockets, and you know, all the equipment, and I just left there and couldn't stop crying. I just couldn't stop crying. I held on to my emotions while I was there with my friends, and just we chatted and had coffee together and stuff like that. But it was so hard. Oh my goodness, it was really hard. Not as hard as accepting that I could never be the type of grandmother I'd always wanted to be. Ever since my children grew up, because I love babies so much, and of course I'm a doll person, but it was really the love of babies that was the thing that had always driven me. And my plans were always to be the kind of grandmother that, you know, people dream about. So I wanted to look after the children. If my children had to work, I wanted to look after my grandchildren. I wanted to take them for walks in the pram, and, you know, change their nappies and read stories, and, you know, just walk along holding their little hands and all that kind of stuff. That was the very hardest thing for me to accept. And I went to counselling for 1.5 years until I felt okay about stuff. I kind of accepted where I was and understood where I was, and, you know, made the best of it. But it was a pretty tough 1.5 years, because for some of that time I couldn't even drive. So I was going to lots of appointments, you know, physio and all sorts of things. And I had to rely on friends and family to drive me around. It was very difficult, because I didn't like to ask for favours, but I had to. And they were good to me. Everybody was good to me, as you can imagine. So yeah, that's kind of a bit more of that story that I didn't tell yesterday. I think I don't know. Anyway, that's a bit more of my story. I wasn't going to do that. I was just going to have a really quick video and talk to you about this gorgeous dungaree set. That really was my whole plan. But, you know, you know me, if you've been here for any length of time, any more than like 10 minutes, you know that this is what I'm like. I start talking and, you know, I don't stop. I said to one of my daughters the other day, I said, oh, I know I talk too much like an old lady. And she laughed and she said, Mum, you've always done that. So I thought, oh, maybe I have. So yeah, this is me, my dear friends. But thank you so much for being here and for your beautiful comments last time. Yeah, so let's all join in with Dungaree Week and help Suzanne to feel a bit better and let her know that we're all here and we care about her and we want her to have a, you know, an okay couple of weeks. Yeah. All right, my dear and darling friends here on YouTube, thank you so much for everything you do for me, and thank you for coming here. And yeah, and that's all for now. So until we meet again, please take care, everyone. We love you. Bye bye.